would brighten your day. Take training, oh, let's get it on. Every Thursday we'll be learning till dawn. Join the fun, don't miss out. Tech skills growing, that's what it's about.
Hi, my presentation's on empowering students navigate learning at their own pace with Nearpod. My name's Lizeth Torres. A little about me. I'm the research teacher at Sorensen. It's me and then a teacher, and hopefully this year we're going to get another one, so it's going to be three of us. I like this topic because as a resource teacher, we go into the classroom and we co-teach with our teachers. And we notice that a lot of our kids, the pacing is not the same as their peers. Some of them might get ahead. Some of them are easily distracted. Some need to go back and review the concepts. So I like that Nearpod can be student-paced. And at the same time, you can also have the features so that the kids can go back and copy the notes. So it gives a lot of chance for students in SPED and resource to have more control over their learning and pace themselves depending on what they need. So the talking points I want to talk about are student engagements, self-paced learning, and interactive assessments, which are all the benefits of using Nearpod in your classroom. Student engagement. Nearpod offers a variety of engaging activities that entertain students while enhancing their learning with interactive features like quizzes, polls, virtual field trips, and collaborative boards. Nearpod keeps students involved in the lesson. These activities allow the students to actively participate, engage with content in creative ways, and receive instant feedback, making learning both fun and effective. So when you're creating your slides, you have a lot of features that are available. For example, you can be creative in this area where it says creative. They have interactive things that you can use, the quizzes, the games or features, the ladders where the kids can play against each other while they're answering questions and see who gets to the top. The interactive, you have your virtual field trips where if you want to go to the through the moon, I think there's one where you can see the moon's features. You could also see the not the Eiffel Tower, the pyramids of Egypt, and there's also pictures you can move on, and I'll show you on the when we go into the app. But I like that these things are new features that are available to our kids, and it could keep them engaged. I know some of us are visual learners, so the kids can see the images as you're talking about it, or they can also why tell them about a place when you can tour it and pretend you were there. So those are really nice features that they do. And the quizzes, you can also use them as a check for understanding. So the kids are finished reading this presentation, let me quiz them to see how much they grasp, and maybe you can use that to go back and review it. Again, you can do this as a whole class, or you can also do it as a center where the kids are going to be viewing at themselves, and you can be watching the data and, okay, he's not doing this activity. Maybe I need to bring it to his attention. I can also, oh, they're scoring low. Let me focus that in my group while they're doing individual group. When they come to me, we can review that concept. So I like that each section can tell you their grades and how many of them are actually participating or doing the activity. And again, that's something I'll reach out in a little bit later. So my second point of talking is the self-paced learning, and it's a wonderful tool for differentiating lessons by allowing students to take control of their learning. They can progress at their own pace, reviewing concepts they find challenging or moving ahead if they already mastered the material. This would be good for your DT kids. They can finish their assignments. You can assign another additional Nearpod to review or to add to the lesson, or you can have them take it home, log in, have them open the Nearpod, and if the parents are like, well, what did you do today? And then it's like, well, we're learning about this. Let's go review this Nearpod together. Again, you can share your notes, you can share PowerPoint presentations that they covered. And since it's editable, you can put in the notes that you covered today. Let me slide it into the new slide. That way they can make the connections. It's something that you manipulate as you go, and depending on what the students needs, you can add or take away things that you see weren't working. It's a good refresher. This is a presentation I had done for my campus, and as you see here, you have the live presentation where you would be in front of the class, but you can also have it so that the kids are only going to focus on the slide that you're looking at, or it can make it for the student pace, which is you assign it and the students go when they need to. If you want to assign it as a small group, if you want to send it home for them to review, you can assign it and they know where to go. The interactive assessments, this is what I was talking about, where you can assign quizzes as they go. There's some with the videos, and within the videos they pause it and they have questions available to check for understanding. This is a good it's a good refresher for the kids to pay attention to this. You can even throw in open response question. They can write on it, type it out, and it's working as it goes. I think that's really entertaining when you're messing around, where you can have pictures and then have them circle what are the key points. This would also be working for the little ones. They just need to draw a circle around what the answer is. They can also um, type, text, and again, I'll look at it right now with the app. It's easier to show as they're going in the app, but these are features that I wanted to touch base first, and then I'll talk about it more when I go into there. This is what I was talking about, the progress. If you see, this will tell you how many are participating. 20% of my class haven't done it. And then the multiple choice, they did this, everybody did this part. Drawn it, only some of them drew, some of them were skimming through it. So I can have the student, hey, you've forgotten one section, go back to it. It also tells you the time and date, the time to climb. This one, you might have to assign it with a whole group because it makes it more fun when there's more people in there. They're trying to get to the top. Again, drag and drop and a poll. I wanted to show each examples of what to do. This would be in your post-session reports. So it provides actionable data on student performance and engagement. The role of the teacher is facilitating crucial, guiding students to make informed decisions about their learning while promoting independence and confidence in their ability. Again, this is where you just looking at your table and, okay, this student, he needs to go back and do the multiple choice and draw it. Just let them know and go back on your own. Okay, you need to do this assignments. It's more of you monitoring than having to go through the lesson with them. Post-session reports. This would be located under your reports. You go all the way to the end, the post-sessions, and this is where all the data is showing, and it tells you the amount of students and the activities you're monitoring. Student empowerment, again, Nearpod, it has real-time feedback, instant insight into student performance, enhances understanding, and improves the learning experience. It can also be collaborative learning, where you can have fostering teamwork through shared projects, encourage students to learn from each other effectively. And then customizable lessons. Teachers can create tailored lessons that fit the needs and interests of their students. Maybe some of them need more notes, some of them need more pictures, some of them need to go faster, or you can assign specific tasks or make copies of the same lesson, but manipulate it for your top, your medium, and your low students, and assign that based on what they need. Maybe I need to post my notes for my low, post them, and then you can assign that one to those students. And I wanted to put a quote. It says, from Albert Einstein, that is the way to learn the most, that when you are doing something with such enjoyment that you don't notice that the time passes. And that's what Nearpod provides, the ability to make it differentiated, make it visually learning, audio, learn through what we're hearing, or the kids can also be writing or drawing based on what their ability is. Some of us cannot type yet. Some of us cannot read, but it has the ability to read it for them, and it also has, you can use the features from your computer to make it more accessible for our students. And again, this is the Nearpod page. This is, thank you for paying attention, but let me just go through the app before I finish it a little bit. Can you see my Nearpod? Okay. When I go to my lessons,
Yes.
I created, thank you. I created this one so I can show it to the teachers, and I wanted to go over the features that have available for kids. And let it just load up a little bit. I wanted to spend a little more time on this. For this lesson, I made something quick about frogs, and I had slides. You can post a bunch of pictures. You can have the life cycle, different frogs, make it intriguing to the kids, interesting. They see the frogs, they can have a visual of it. I've actually had, they were telling us, a student had, they were talking about a lesson when they went in, and somebody said a bat, and they didn't know what an actual bat was. They know what a baseball bat is, but they didn't know that there was an animal bat. And it's something that we, or like everybody should know what a bat is, or we think of Batman. But no, some of us need to actually see it because it's the first time we've seen a frog or a toad, and they need the visuals. Then you also have videos you can post. I had a video from YouTube. You can find small videos, big videos, based on their levels, which you can make it to your tailor it to what you need. This one is a website, so they have an article that you want to share about frogs that can relate to the lesson. Post it here. The kids click on it, and it takes them to the web. This is a 3D view, which I wanted to show what a lot of our frogs eat, and this was a mosquito, so we wanted to post that, make the connection with the kids. Well, what do they eat? Oh, they eat insects. And this could also be a brain break for our kids. I'm already bored of hearing the frogs. Let me mess around with little with something. So you give them this to relax, and oh wow, mosquito. You have a field trips. I wanted to show where they lived. Oh, well, a frog lives in a swamp. This is somewhere you would find a frog. Can you picture yourself? Well, how's the weather? How do you think the weather would be? What do you see around there? And it makes a connection for the kids in depth. And then the multiple choice, here's where they're going to be checking for understanding. The kids could go at their own pace. It collects the data. Again, some of my kids cannot draw, but if I were to put here, they cannot write, but if I put the life cycle here, you can tell them, okay, circle the life cycle of a frog where there are eggs, or where would a frog live, and then they can circle the water. A frog would live here. Make it differentiated for our students. And again, you don't have to be there typing for them. They can do it. This would be perfect for vocabulary words. You can put the word, try to see connected to the vocabulary. Okay, I thought I was doing really good for that one. Again, they would have fun going over our vocabulary words during the memory test. So frog, connected to the vocabulary words. Then you have your drag and drop. Put the life cycle, or which one's not a frog. I can put this. I'll just leave the cat, and then they turn it in. And then we have a collaborative board. Okay, this is what you learn, what questions you may have, or what you need to know, or what you would like to know more. And this would be a good exit ticket for the kids at the end. And as a teacher, you can go back. Okay, they misunderstood this, or oh, they were really interested in swamplands. Let me go over swamplands to add to the lesson. Or maybe I have a lesson about swamplands, and I can make the connection through here. and of course polls if you want to see them. What did they like? What didn't they like? What would you like to review next? You can have polls available here. I think that's a good idea of the available features that make it engaging and entertaining for the kids to keep stay on task, try to get excited about learning. And if you add a little bit of this to the lessons that we have, I know right now we have the science curriculum that came in and the math, make it engaging by adding a little bit more features here where they can do the problem on the board and share it here and make it entertaining for the kids from their computers. Since we have our Chromebooks and their touch screens, they can work on it and entertain themselves through there while you're reviewing or covering something else with other students in your small groups. That would be the end of my presentation. This is my name, Lizeth Torres. If you have any questions, you're welcome to reach me at my email, lizethtorres@psjaisd.us. Thank you.
Thank you, Lizeth. I loved it. I just think this was is a great way to engage with students, the self-paced, using that Nearpod. It is very engaging for them, and I think it will be perfect for some, differentiation in the classroom.
Especially differentiating with our kids, make it fun for them.
I didn't even know you were a resource teacher.
Yes.
So I learned something new, and I think it went great. Like, I love how you're utilizing the tools to better serve your own students, and then you can even showcase it to the teachers that are in the classroom so they can help their students as well. Great job.
So thank you so much for presenting today, and we'll definitely get this up on YouTube for everybody.
All right.